Jelu JP, the coordinator, Atiku Okowa Volunteer Management Team, and a former two-time PDP chairmanship aspirant right here in Imo State in 2016 and 2020. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Eustace.
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much.
All right. I also have Barrister Jerry G.N. Ebuhuzo, a legal practitioner and a public analyst. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my brother, and good morning, Moonlight.
All right. It's also a pleasure to have you right here in the studio. Okay. So without much ado, I need us to hit the ground running, just like the current president would say. Let's hit the ground running. All right. I want to ask, your principal, I'm talking to you, Chief Chooks, your principal, just turned 58. I think that was yesterday, if I'm very much correct.
Yeah. Yes.
So how would you rate him as a public office holder, as well as his achievement in public office?
Well, I want to thank Ndimo. Yesterday was an avalanche of love and support to our candidate in the person of distinguished Senator Samuel and Mekanyawu. Yesterday was a total shutdown of Imo State, Amimo to be precise, Ikedru in particular. And it's no gainsaying that the man in question, his love transcends all bounds, not only in the PDP but beyond the PDP. So yesterday, you see, I lost my voice. Thank God I was part of the committee that piloted the affairs yesterday. So I want to use this opportunity to congratulate or thank the people of Ndimo that came out to yesterday to celebrate distinguished senator's birthday, his 58th birthday, under the chairmanship of Honorable Ben Juru and members of the committee. I thank you very much. So yesterday was love in its totality. Love that shows no bound. These are people who love our candidate, and I think the campaign has started officially by the INEC provisions and schedule, so we can really talk about our candidate. So yesterday we have not started officially our campaign as a People's Democratic Party, but yesterday was like a mini rally. All the local governments were present. And especially the people with disability, I thank them. I saw them yesterday in their numbers. I counted not less than 18 support groups that came in yesterday, made their own arrangements, transported themselves down, and the local governments were in their numbers. So I thank Ndimo for showing love with distinguished Senator Samuel Anyanwu yesterday. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And of course, to you, Barrister Jerry, you are a legal practitioner and a public analyst. And I want to ask you, how do you rate the person of Senator Samuel Anyanwu? Do you consider him fit enough to pilot the affairs of Imo State?
Thank you very much. There is one legal maxim that says, res inspire loquito.
Okay.
And the fact speaks for itself. I wish we were there yesterday.
I wasn't.
Personally, I was overwhelmed. The crowd was so much. We thought it's going to be a PDP affair. With the love that Senator Samuel Mekanyawu attracts in Imo State and beyond is something one cannot explain. It was unimaginable. And it is beyond PDP as a party. You see people from other political parties that embraced occasion yesterday.
Okay.
And that goes a long way to show the personality we have in the person of most distinguished Senator Samuel Mekanyawu. The love got across beyond PDP as a party. Those from the APC, from the Labour, and other political parties, we are all there to support and to celebrate a great son of this state, a great son that Nigeria as a whole are really indeed proud of. Are you aware as of today, he's still the National Secretary of the great party, the PDP? yesterday, for me and many others who were there, we couldn't hide our joy. It was indeed overwhelming experience. And I want to thank PDP so much for them to have critically looked at the person of Senator Samuel Nnamukanyanwo to be the PDP candidate this time around. The best choice anyone can ever imagine. For me and Imolites, we are so proud to have him, and we are equally proud to celebrate him at his 58th birthday. I want to use this opportunity to wish him many more years ahead, for he has done us proud. I know he will do us more proud, and we are believing he will do that for Imolites anytime soon. Thank you very much.
All right, and of course, in case you're just joining us, is Morning Discourse right here on Boss Radio 98.9 FM. And we are looking at Imo Guber and need for candidates with capacity. And I have two gentlemen in the studio with me dissecting this topic this morning, Chief Chuks Ajelu JP, and of course, Barrister Jerry Gian Ebuhozo. They are actually doing justice to this topic, and you can be part of it from anywhere, any part of the world. All you need to do is to join us via the social media handles, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Yeah, just type Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri, and you'll be part of this discourse this morning. And of course, in no sooner than later, I'll be opening up the phone line so that you can call in to ventilate on the topic we are dissecting this morning. All right, let me come back to you, Chief Chuks Ajelu. Your principal has actually been in the State House of Assembly. Of course, in fact, he started from the grassroots, if I'm correct, as local government chairman, down to the State House of Assembly, and then proceeded to the National Assembly. I mean, with the experiences, of course. Okay, before we look at the experience, how do you consider his antecedents, especially in the State House, with those of the people in the House, especially in the Ninth Assembly that most Imolites decried as being the worst so far in the history of Imo State?
No, thank you, Eustace, for that question. You asked about capacity and that abides in the candidate or our candidate. Like you actually pointed out, he started from the grassroots. And if you look at the history of Imo and the governors that have governed the state, including the current one, there is no one that parades the profile, the experiences that are bound in distinguished Senator Samuel Nnamukanyanwo. It is pertinent at this point to point out that part of the issues that we are suffering in this state is about somebody who doesn't understand the nooks and crannies, who doesn't understand where he pinches in the Imo to be able to handle or be able to saddle the office of governor and be able to discharge the responsibility that entails. Distinguished Senator Samuel Anyanwu, by God's grace and design, I don't think when he started off his political career, he anticipated that he would get to this point. But God has put him where he is. A two-time local government chairman, administrative experience in the bag, a two-time House of Assembly member, legislative in the back. And in these affairs, he has garnered, he was the best local government chairman given an award by the security outfit of the state as the most secured Ikedru. He got Ikedru secured, if you remember and recall what was happening in those days that he was in charge. So all these experiences are not something you pick on the streets of Owerri. And when you look at those who have had the opportunity to govern us over these years, none. And I lay it bare to Ndimo. Let them sit back in their reclining chair, probably with a toothstick in their mouth and with a transistor radio by the side, and gaze at the sun and be able to say, okay, who are those? Name them number by number, individual by individual, who have gathered this experience. Like he said he's a homegrown politician who started from the grassroots. He only left to Abuja in 2015 when he went to Abuja to represent us in the upper chamber. And along this route, you see somebody who has stabilized part of the stabilizing block of the administration, successive administration of the state. I recall you were playing extras from former governor of Imo State, Owela Nayo Rocha Sokrocha. He was there yesterday, and he let it bear before Ndimo that security is paramount in this state. That he transversed from his experience, Anambra, Enugu, and came down to Imo. It is only when he came down to Imo that his convoy was attacked. A police officer was killed. That shows you the gravity of the insecurity that is in this state. And I believe that distinguished Senator Samuel Nnemeka has garnered this experience over time. Having represented the good people of Ikedru in the House of Assembly a two-time, in various committees that stabilized the government, both of APC, ABGA, and PDP. He went over to represent the Owerri zone at the upper chamber in the red chamber. And you and I know that the history of the red chamber, there is no first timer that has held the chairmanship of ethics and privileges. That is the watchdog of 109 senators. And Samuel Anyanwu was there on the first appointment. I think he was one of the first appointments made by the Senate President and the committee to head that committee. So you see over years somebody who has transversed both Imo, Ikeduru, Imo, and now went to Abuja to be able to now discuss national issues, and then came back with feathers flying high. So I thank the PDP for seeing these values, for seeing these capacities that are bound in Senator Anyanwu, to be able to put him forward at this political point in time to be able to seek for the office of governor in Imo State. And I have no doubt that we rolling our sleeves will deliver distinguished Senator Anyanwu come 11th of November. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chief Chuks Ajelu, for that take. And of course, to you, Barrister Jerry, I want to ask you, Senator Samuel Nnemeka Anyanwu has been in the State House Assembly, among other positions or political offices he has handled. Now, I want to ask you, do you think he is going to allow the State House Assembly free hands to operate should he emerge as Imo governor by November this year? Do you think he's going to allow the principles of separation of power and checks and balances to operate? Because like I did say earlier, many Imolais actually decry the fact that the last assembly, that's the ninth assembly in Imo State here, actually was not anything close to perfection, considering some of the drama that took place there. So do you think he is going to be high-handed, or is he going to be liberal and open in terms of allowing the other arms of government to function optimally?
My brother, you see, the fact is not far-fetched. Most distinguished is a Democrat to the core. Like my brother have said here, his experiences right from when he became the government chairman in Ikedru, from there to State House Assembly. He understands clearly the separation of powers, the function of the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. He knows it very, very well. He has been into it for many years, without sounding immodest. Amongst all the candidates from other political parties, they stand to be corrected. The experiences Senator Sam has gathered, I don't think, in this game called politics, I don't think any of them, can boast of the experience he has gathered in political arena. I don't think any of them. I don't think. But they stand to be corrected. Two-time local government chairman, two-time assembly member, a senator, and now, currently, this national secretary of the biggest and greatest political party in the whole wide world, the PDP. When he was at the State House Assembly, If you wouldn't mind because of time, for instance, he was the chairman, House Committee on Public Accounts. He was the chairman, House Committee on Commerce and Industry. He was the chairman, House Committee on Finance. He was the chairman, Ad hoc Committee on Security in the state, as Imo State.
So, how did he perform? I mean, how did he handle such committees?
You see, as those who we are here in the state, or those who follow current affairs,
Okay.
what Senator did when he was here at the State House Assembly. People don't forget in a hurry. He was one of the three people they call the three wise men of the State House Assembly. The records are there to speak for itself. That's the time, I think at one time I said here in this studio, that was the time we had last the best State House Assembly in Imo State when Senator Samuel Nemekayamo was House member in Imo State. They did marvelously well, exceedingly well. It was thereafter, when they left, that we start seeing, the more we look, the less we see as Assembly of the State, with all the respect to them. So, Senator has seen it all. And we believe, Imolais believe, and people are aware, is the best amongst equal. Amongst all the aspirants or the candidates we have today, you cannot compare his experience. He has gathered all these years, understanding clearly the separation of powers. So, coming back to your question, I'm quite convinced, and the Imolais are convinced that he will deliver, because he has gathered so much experience concerning about governance, concerning about the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. They will function optimally. He is the person we need this time around to put Imo State in the right track and to make Imo safe again. This is not trying to a kind of propaganda. No, this is factual. People knows what he can do. When he went to Senate, Nigerians are aware, and Imo's are aware what he did in the Senate within 4 years, and his records continue speaking for him.
Okay.
This is not politics. They are there to verify. They are there. So bring other candidates now one-on-one and bring us somebody. I don't think any of them has gathered the experience he has gathered. And that's what Imolais need, for us to have a balanced system that will function, that people will be happy again, that people will not be proud to say this is Imo of our own, Imo of our dream. I think, I'm not trying to, like my brother said here, the PDP have not lifted their campaign this thing, but anytime soon they will do that. But the fact remains that by INEC guideline, the band has been released and people can now campaign. But we are saying that, truly speaking, Senator Samuel Nemekayamo has done well as a politician. And the record is there to speak for him. He is the best person to take him to the greater height you are looking for.
All right. Before we actually bring in our listeners to be part of this program, I want to ask you, Chief Ajelu. I was told the former governor and, of course, the former senator of Luzon, Richard Sokorocha, was there at the party, or let's say the birthday celebration, and he made some statements. In fact, one of the statements he said is that the leaders of the state will convene a meeting soonest. And I want to ask, before that, I mean, this particular meeting he's talking about, before now, we are aware of a sudden meeting by Imo elders endorsing the incumbent governor for a second term bid. Now, I want to ask you, what do you think, or why is he talking about another meeting of Imo leaders and endorsing the candidate that Imolais should support? But you will take that after the break.
Where there's a boss, there is a law. We've created the law for other stations to abide. The new Boss Radio, 98.9 FM. Radio for the boss mind.
This one where you come this early morning, so I even even think say na flash when I see your call.
Hey, flash ke. I don't upgrade oh. And this time na me go flex you. So make you ready.
Wait. No tell me say better thing don't land again.
Yes, so Zenith Better Life promo don't land again with season 3. And I just win 150,000 naira gift card.
That's right, you. Zenith Bank, they give a wolf prize. We reach 150,000 naira each to 20 lucky customers every 2 weeks for the Zenith Better Life promo season 3. To qualify, just open Zenith Bank account and put money where reach 5,000 naira. Request and collect your Zenith Bank ATM card, whether physical or virtual. Then download and register for the Zenith mobile app or register for star 966 hash easy banking. This promo go run from June 1, 2023, go reach May 31, 2024. And it dey open to all Zenith Bank account holders, whether new or old. Terms and conditions dey. Zenith Bank, now for your best interest.
Hey, the Naija Super 8 tournament don't land gidigba. Ha! Come enjoy the shakara wey dey our body for field. Go see goals, Zagalo, Toros, as all the Baba Football Club for Naija go gather for one place. Omo, Sheka line up. Lobi Stars, Shooting Stars, City FC of Abuja, Remo FC, Yobe Stars, Gombe United, Enyimba FC, Heartland FC, Kano Pillars, Katsina United, Rivers United, and Bendel Insurance. This one may be the best of the best for Naija. Come see as they go carry strong face center field for the playoffs of Naija Super 8 from 23 to 25 of June for the Eket Sports Stadium, Akwa Ibom State. We quick go recharge at GoTV. Make it for catch all the action on top Super Sport Channel 64. Naija Super 8. Football is home. GoTV. Love it.
Say that thing where you define for Sokoto don't dey for inside your Shokoto. That one mean say our Bosch Radio app don't settle. If you never hear am, now you don't hear am. Enter your mobile store, download our Bosch Radio app so that you no go get any excuse to miss all our ogbonge program and better music than what would dey sama you. Just type Bosch Radio 98.9 FM. Make I spell am now. BOSSRADIO. Our mobile app. Na im be Kenke for Kenke.
Have you thought about where you're going to have a meal today? Havana Cafe 24 is the place to have a great meal at a great price. The rooftop cafe offers English breakfast and freshly brewed coffee, cappuccino, espresso, and Americano. We also offer continental and local dishes with cocktails you can think of. There is something for everyone. Havana Cafe is outstanding and quality service. You can also check our menu online at havanacinemas.com. Havana Cafe is available for special bookings and events like birthday parties, bridal showers, and reunion. Visit us today at Havana Place Rooftop, All Seasons Avenue, New Owerri, or you can call 0901-242-8262. Enjoy karaoke every Friday and Sunday from 4 p.m. Havana Cafe, taste the luxury lifestyle.
Don't do drugs, do us. Boss Radio 98.9 FM, Owerri. Radio for the boss man.
Alright, you're welcome back. It's still Morning Discourse right here on Boss Radio 98.9 FM, and I'm Eustace Okere. And don't forget, so far you've been hearing the voices of Chief Chuksa Jelu JP and Barrister Jerry Gian Ebuhozo, who have been doing justice to the topic of today. We are looking at Guber and need for candidates with capacity. And you too can be part of this program. Don't forget that you can join us from any part of the world via our social media handles on YouTube, on Twitter, and Facebook, all at Boss Radio 98.9 FM, and you'll be part of the discourse. You can also join us via the phone lines right now because we are letting it open 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. I'll take that again, 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. Remember the WhatsApp number is 0806-999-29 9999. All right, back to you, Chief Chooks Ajelu. I asked you a question pertaining to the comment by the former governor of Imo State and former Senator Rochas Okorocha, who actually said that Imo leaders would convene a meeting to decide on which candidate rather to support for the November 11 election. Bear in mind that he stated, and I quote, "We shall consider security in choosing the candidate that Imolais will support."
Thank you, Eustace. I think if you were there yesterday, you will appreciate the words said by the former governor of the state, Owele Anayo Rochas Okorocha. Yes, there was a time we talked about a meeting convened, like you said, about the state governor, about discussing about charter of equity and all the shenanigans that went with it. I think as the election approaches, the main business of the day will be discussed. You and I know that politics is about alignment and realignment. And for a former governor to come out openly and tell Nimo and visitors alike, both from all corners of the country, that there will be a meeting. And in that meeting, issues will be discussed. And paramount, like you said, on that meeting agenda will be security, which is the very primary responsibility of any reasonable government to secure the lives of its citizens and their properties. Because if you don't do that, there's no English or statement you will make about infrastructural development, whatever you say, you can build it, like we say in the legal profession, is garbage in, garbage out. You don't build something on nothing. Okay. You understand? Security is the foundation of where you can attract infrastructural development. You can attract all the things you want to do as a government. But if you don't have it, there's a lacuna there. And if you don't have the experience to do that, then it becomes a problem. So what the former governor is telling Ndimo and in Nigeria in general is the time will come when the elder citizens of this country, those who have been in the saddle of administrative of this, will sit down and look at issues dispassionately, without looking at party and party affiliation, to be able to look at individuals who are seeking for this top job and be able to say who among he or she that can be able to deliver to Ndimo. And like he said yesterday, that security is paramount. And he wasn't there when distinguished Senator Samuel Anyao crafted his manifesto and predicated it on security. So you see this experience we are talking about, and looking at all the candidates, don't forget, it's a teamwork, both the governorship candidate and the deputy governorship candidate. If you put them side by side, the team of PDP stands shoulder and tall above all. You look at the deputy governorship candidate of our party, Right Honorable John Sonyeiri, PhD, meaning you see somebody who is abound with another experience, because you have to gather this experience, harness it for the interests of Ndimo. Jones has distinguished himself when he represented his people at the Green Chamber. A chairman of currency and banking, if I'm correct, and the experiences. This is somebody who has managed the financial aspect of the growth of the state, and when the country was doing well economically. So Jones was in the critical point, in the driving seat of seeing Jonathan's administration and the gains that Nigeria has made. So you see two individuals coming together for the interests and good governance of Ndimo. So I think when you sit down, like I said, in your quiet moment and look at all these candidates, this team individually and collectively, you see that the candidates of PDP are the ones to back in this game. And if former governor of the state made that statement yesterday, I am eagerly waiting the result of that meeting. Those are the true meetings that will be held. He called the former governor, Dr. Ikedio Hakim. He called some individuals when he made that statement. If you listen through that, there are some individuals that he mentioned in his statement.
Exactly.
And these are some of the individuals have held positions of governance on Imo State. So when they sit, this is the most counsel elders that we need. When they speak from experience, hands-on, those who have seen it and done it. So I think yesterday was a Thanksgiving, a celebration, and a new beginning for Ndimo. I have no doubt that, like they said, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We have suffered the hands of the current administration, where people are killed, young men have lost their lives, people have been dying like cockroaches on the streets and in the villages of Imo State, and it has come to an end. We have lost so much individuals. Blood has flown endlessly. So it's time for us to pick these pieces and give this administration of distinguished Senator Samuel Anyanwu and Right Honorable Jones the opportunity to put back Imo and be able to now look forward for prosperity that all of us will get at the end of the day.
And lastly, how do you think your party is going to fare in terms of its campaigns across the local governments, considering the insecurity ravaging some parts of the state?
I think that will not be my place to say. I think when the campaign council will be inaugurated and we see the structures on ground, and then like I said, it's a teamwork. We'll do our best, and I thank God so far. The little consultations we have made, we have not had any incident of casualties in our team. I thank God and I pray it continues for all campaigns, not about the only PDP, for all campaigns, all parties. And I plead to our brothers and sisters who know those who are doing this to be able to say, okay, let us give peace a chance. Let us see the capacities of individuals. Let them talk to us and let us ask them incisive questions and see what they can do for them.
We've actually opened the phone lines. Let's allow our listeners to be part of this discourse. Good morning to you.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I want to thank you for coming out and saying the truth. Hello?
Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Gopraji from BC. So you are saying the truth. I thank you for that. And there was a news making around this morning that PDP National State Working Committee has become to another party.
Hello?
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I didn't get you correctly. I wouldn't know if you're aware of the topic we are discussing this morning. In case
yes,
you are
I'm
not,
aware
I can
of
bring you up to speed.
Your topic, and I want to know about the news making around.
All right, probably you...
About State National Working Committee, PDP.
Okay, well, I think you would listen and get that when we read the news. Maybe, yes, but for now we are looking at Guber and need for candidates with capacity, and that's what I needed to ventilate on.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, 09092229922 or 09122677989 are still the numbers to call. I'll take them again. 09092229922 or 09122677989. Your WhatsApp messages can be sent to 0806 9992999. Let's get talking on Morning Discourse right here on Boss Radio 98.9 FM. And in case you're just joining us, we are looking at Guber and need for candidates with capacity. And of course, I guess you may have followed the positions of Chief Chuks Ajelu JP and Barrister Jerry Jane Ebuzo, who have been doing justice to the topic this morning. Let's get your views. Let's get your opinion on what we are looking at this morning. All right, to you, Barrister Jerry, let me quickly ask, this election, many Imolites seem to probably have given up, not just Imolites, Nigerians, especially the youth, because they feel that their votes did not count as they actually thought it would in the last election. So how do you think their participation in the forthcoming election would be? But you'll take that after this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning to you.
Hello?
Good morning to you. Oh, sorry, I think we lost that. Do well to stage a comeback if you can. 090 sorry, 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. I'll take that again. 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. Your WhatsApp messages can be sent to 0806-999-2999, or you can drop your comments via social media handles at Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, all at Boss Radio 98.9 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning to you.
My name is Izedika Tepo. I usually come from Owerri North.
Okay.
You see, I have your guest. But what I want to add to that, I'm not a party man. I'm a neutral individual, as long as Nigeria politics is concerned. But I normally say it the way it is. He has said it as if the present administration is more evil or politically corrupt than any other political party. Well, these are the same people. The same hope of them left PDP to APC. Now, Rochas indirectly is romancing PDP people. He attended the head of her mother's funeral, which is a normal thing. Whether you are a party man or not, you can attend. It's a condolence service. Anybody can attend. But politically,
so
to me,
how do you call that romance? So how do you call that romance, since you know it's a normal thing?
Good. Why I call it romance is, with the type of politics our brothers are playing in the East here, if you watch, now that the APC is favoring the present administration, nobody will have anything to do with any other party person activities, as long as the person is an APC member. Are you getting it? That is the same thing during Owele time. He played with the same politics. So, but what I'm saying in essence is this. Our brother, Sam, that is coming out to contest under the platform of...
Hello?
I'm advocating that these people should give chance for other new political parties to come up so that we will have a fresh breath of air in Imo State. The insecurity, this one we say is political motivated. This one we say is politically contrived.
Oh, sorry, I wish you had finished what you were saying, but maybe you can do well to stage a comeback so that you can exhaust your point. All right, over to you, Barrister Jerry.
Yeah, I want to, the last caller, he's talking about a new political party to take over. Political parties don't govern. It's individuals that make up political parties. I hope he's aware of that. Whether you say a new party today, still, there are people who will be there as members of such political parties. But we are talking about the antecedent and character of such individuals in such political parties. And that's why many of us that belong to PDP, we are talking about PDP and PDP candidates. And like we are talking much about Sindadi Anyanwu, his love is beyond PDP. As a matter of fact, like I said earlier, I wish you came to the birthday party yesterday. Like, as of today, the former governor, His Excellency Rochas Okorocha, is a member of APC. But he embraced the occasion yesterday. Party should not divide us.
Don't forget under the rain.
Yes. Party should not divide us as brothers. At all. So the party is just a ladder to climb. But we are not talking about those who are the members of such political parties. Who are those who are candidates of such political parties? That's what we should look at. So, and people are not the same. Before you say you're going to be this or you're going to be that, what have you done in the past? Because what you don't know it. You can't place something on nothing and expect it to stand at all. That's why we are doing this a kind of comparative analysis of all the candidates. We are talking about who will govern Imo State for us to get it right. trying to look at candidate B, candidate C, and etc., etc. What have they gathered? You know, their political experiences so far. And that's why we are carefully concluding that most distinguished Senator Dadanyango has gathered enormous experience to lead Imo to be safe again. It is not in contest. It is not in doubt. It is an obvious fact. When we start talking about his achievements so far in this game called politics, Nadia, it is so enormous. So enormous. So enormous. So he has gathered so many experiences in the field of politics. More than.
All right, let's take this call. Yes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Sonny Ndeku. I'm calling from Ngobala this morning.
All right, try and be a little bit audible so we can hear you very well.
Okay, good morning to the guests in the studio.
Good morning. Good morning.
I want to quickly react to the topic, particularly as it borders on the comment credited to the former governor of Imo State, Owele H.S. Anayo Okorocha. I think I need to commend him for that statesman outing, for that courage to speak the truth, that Imo deserves a governor come November 11, 2023, that can guarantee safety of life and security of Imo lives. He should be commended for that. We have a lot of leaders in this state, former governors, who could not come publicly to make such statements. So for him to come publicly to make such statements, I commend him for that. Secondly, about his comments that leaders of the state will convene a meeting to give Imolites, particularly electorates, a direction of whom to support for the governorship. I want to urge him to also liaise with other leaders to convene that meeting soonest, because Imolites are not longer comfortable with the present administration in the state. So while commending Rochas for that courageous outing, I want to say also that Ndimo are aware of the insecurity situation in the state, and nobody should come and deceive Imolites just because people are afraid of coming out to speak their mind publicly, and will now generalize it that Imolites have endorsed the incumbent administration. That is misleading. Imo people are fed up with this present administration. We want a positive change, and I believe that there is a man whom the cap fits to bring in and to restore peace and to make Imo State, that is known in the Eastern Heartland as a hospitality state, to retain its image. Thank you, and God bless you.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Solin.
Quickly on the issue of charter of equity, like I was saying before, it is most unfortunate.
Okay.
That since 2019, it's obvious that our brothers and sisters from Olo have occupied the seat of governance in Imo State for 20 good years. Okigwe, 4 years. My dear brother. And that's one thing, one of the legal matters in equity. Say equity does not suffer a wrong without a remedy. Is there anything that has to do with equity? Saying that those who have governed us for 20 years should again be given another chance for 4 years. Is it equitable in any form? I'm just looking for a way to answer that question. That we have 3 blocks in Imo State: Owerri, Okigwe, and Olo. Out of the 20 years of governance, 24 years has occupied for 20 good years.
Anyway, I think
so. You're talking about the issue of charter of equity.
Yeah, that will actually be a topic for another day.
That issue should not be misunderstood. Few of us who are gullible, when they are fed with crumbs that fed out from the table, they can start saying whatever they want to say. I do not think that there's anybody who understands what equity is all about, who will be supporting our brothers again from Allah to occupy Imo governance in the next 4 years. I do not think it's reasonable. I do not think, in my own opinion, it's equitable.
All right, 09092229922 or 09122677989 are still the numbers to call if you want to be part of this discourse this morning. 09092229922 or 09122677989. Let's get talking on this issue. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Boss Radio. I want to comment on attack on Russia.
Hello.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, hello.
Yeah. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Emmanuel Francis.
Okay.
I'm from Ikedu, but I based in Owerri.
Okay.
The attack on Rogers is the handiwork of the PDP. I want to let them know that if anything happened to Rogers, we are responsible. That is not politics. Killing is not politics.
Okay.
They are known for that.
Are you certain about what you're saying? That is the handiwork of the PDP? Can you actually prove that?
I am saying it, and I'm going to say it anywhere.
And you can prove it too.
I'm not afraid of any person.
No, I'm asking, can you prove that before the law?
I said I can prove it.
All right.
It's a spiritual information given to me, and I will make it physical.
All right. Hopefully, the right authorities would do the needful so that you can actually prove that, because all we need is solution to the problem of insecurity in the state. So if you can come up to prove that in the court of law, then you probably may have it right. Otherwise, I believe you understand the enormity of the comments you've just made. All right, back to you, Barrister.
Yeah, I wish the last caller, he said his name, and I hope the security agencies are listening to us for them to do the needful, saying that he has the proof of those who attacked the former governor.
Exactly. I think their job is easier, a lot easier.
Much easier. So let them get him arrested and.
Not really arrested. They can invite him.
Invite him.
No, he shouldn't be arrested.
Okay, let them send invitation to him for him to explain. So let us. We will start the security here from him, for him to give us more tip on those who are causing the mayhem in the state. That's a very useful information. I hope the security agencies are listening to him, for them to invite him for more.
All right, 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989 are the numbers to call to ventilate on the issue this morning. Guber and need for candidates with capacity. Which candidate actually has that capacity?
I was saying something, my dear brother.
Okay.
I'm speaking from the experience I've gathered.
All right.
That Senator Anyanwu, whom we are celebrating today, his birthday was yesterday, 58 years birthday. Is a man that has so much love for God.
Okay.
And whatever you are doing without God, my dear brother, you are doing nothing. One thing for him first is God. Let me tell you one thing. Something happened recently. One of these days he came back home and said, we are going to Allah. Let me tell you, a man who has a liberal heart. Many people got frightened. Going to where? Say he's going to Allah. Eventually, he took us to one praying ground in Allah. Belong to the Catholic community. I've not been there before. So after we had, prayers with him, he said one thing, that if he die seeking the face of God, he will be a fulfilled man. If you die seeking to liberate Imo State, that will be a fulfilled man. That was what he said in that praying ground. We were many. One, I have not been there before in such, that part of our law before. I have not been there. It's just a praying ground. Beyond that, when we were coming back from that place, we got to a place they call Banana Junction. The people were afraid. You know what happened? Senator asked the driver to stop, and he wants to buy banana. And he came down from his car and see how people were hailing him. Our next governor, our next governor. This is a man that is accepted by people. Beyond the fear of insecurity in Olo, he was embraced by the Olo people. He came down and bought the banana. It was when we got to Ure. People were asking him, "Sir, weren't you afraid of stopping at Banana Junction? Are you not afraid that he'll be killed?" He said, "Nobody will kill him. For he believes, I know, that Imolites loves him." And this is exactly what he did when he was the local government chairman. He was given an award as the best chairman of the year in security. And you believe if he becomes the next governor of the state, the same thing he did in Ikedru, he will replicate in Imo State.
Okay, and of course, going beyond security now, which other area do you think he's most competent in? Because the current governor has been, praised by so many people, especially in the area of infrastructural development, among
Let me give you a shot.
Which other area? I'm asking you. Maybe Chief Chooks too can react to that.
Okay.
Now, when like I said, I came here, I think I was invited a couple of months ago when I think it was after the Congress, the state Congress. And I was making reference to the novelty in the man called Distinguished Samuel Anyanwu. Because when others emerge from a Congress, they will now go into celebration moods. But he kickstarted his campaign right from there. In his address, he released his manifesto, which is about 70-something pages. And it's out there for everybody to see. And his manifesto on that day was based on security, because he believes that security is the paramount function of any responsible government. Okay. So you see a man who is focused on day one, a man who will put smiles, at least Imolites will be able to sleep with their two eyes closed under his administration. He's gathered the experience to do it. I believe he will do it with the team he's going to put together, because government is a teamwork. In as much as he's the vision driver of the government, he will be able to assemble those who share in that vision, who share in the same ideology, to be able to give to Ndimo the best and what they need at this point. And like former governor pointed out yesterday, nobody will be able to say that security is not something that affects everybody. And it's not about how high you are or how low you are. But security, you have to be secured in your environment, secured in your property, to be able to go out for your daily activities. So that is a responsible government. And since he has said that on emergence on day one as a candidate of the People's Democratic Party, I believe as a government he will be able to achieve that. So when you look at it and couple with the experiences and the people that have surrounded him and what he has, like I said, since I've been on this campaign, I don't think there's any incident we have had. You understand? So we thank God and we pray it continues. And I believe that all candidates should be given that opportunity to be able to tell Ndimo what they have. But we know that what we have in the PDP is the best among what we have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. To add to that, my dear brother, you said Senator Samuel Anyanwu has vast experience. For instance, go and verify. When he was the local government chairman in the Kedru, the only local government chairman that built a road from Afololo to St. John Junction, go and verify. Let me give you a little tip of an iceberg.
Built a road. What exactly do you mean? Is it tarring the road?
No, tarring the road.
Constructing
the road.
We also
the
know
first local government chairman then. Now look at from 2007 to 2011 at the State House Assembly. Now Senator Anyanwu sponsored a bill. The bill to amend the state customary court law. The bill got an overwhelming support of his colleagues and opened the window for the employment of lawyers in the customary court system in Imo State. So again, a bill for a law to provide for the repeal and reenactment of registration of business premises law number 6 of 1998 in Imo State, and for other matters connected therein by Senator Anyanwu. Another one, a bill to domesticate the Consumer Protection Agency law in the state. He's a man that understands what governance is all about. It's not being faked. The facts are there to see it. Go and inquire more what he has done and what he still continue doing for the state. Sam is so vast. He understands governance, and that is why Imolites, they know the truth. And the other parties are afraid that why should Sam come at this time around to contest? Because they know he has the pedigree. They know he has come to relieve Imolites from the pains they are going through. From
Right,
security.
let's take the call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah. I had somebody said I ought to be arrested or invited by the police. But I want to inform that person before he does that. He first of all get the SMC of the PDPs that left PDPs. They are the one that called their flag bearer a blood test one. They say he's a blood test human being. You know what I mean?
Okay, and you are saying or alleging that you know the perpetrators of the insecurity. That's actually what you said. That police, perhaps you may aid the police in their investigation to unravel those behind the menace. All right, thank you. I think that's the caller there staging a comeback, hopefully.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Eustace, we don't want to be sidestepped from what is on ground, the enormity of the responsibility of any government. And I think when we're discussing, we should be able to look at issues and don't come from a petty angle. I don't want to start wading into what he's saying, but I know the party at some point will be able to address those issues. Those are political issues, party issues.
Exactly.
And it should remain a party issue. And I appeal to my brothers and sisters, wherever they are, who are members, true members of this political party, that knocking down the house in which you live in is not the best. If there's any crack, you'll be able to stay there, be able to patch it, and be able to solidify the house so that it becomes a shelter for all. But when you say, okay, I will knock it down, you don't know whether it's going to crumble on you. Maybe that bedroom that you're occupying, that's where the crumbling will start. So that ideology is not a perfect one. So coming back to the topic and what we are discussing, I think that the People's Democratic Party has made a good choice, and in the weeks and months to come, we'll be on the roads engaging in demo and be able to reel out. One of the things that smacked me in the face on that inauguration day, and which is embedded in his manifesto, is making, either by executive law or by legislature, I don't know which one, I'll be able to find out, but to make accessibility of all government building to the people with disability. I think that touches me. Coming from the humanitarian aspect, I see that as hindrance to most of our brothers and sisters who want to access buildings. Those who want to access the Board of Internal Revenue, maybe pay their tax, do one thing or the other. Those who want to go into... He encapsulated it. And I think that came from his experience being in the legislative. And he said all government properties, all government buildings must be accessible to those with people with disability. And I think they showed love yesterday.
And that includes the government house?
Both the government house. You know, he part of his manifesto is decentralizing the government house, where you have mini government in Olo and Okigwe. The one in Owerri is there. And he has this vision of being able to now make those functional. And once the attraction that comes with it will now further develop the area, both in hospitality, security, and other mini infrastructures that surrounds the government. So you don't need absolutely. So you don't need all the time to be able to transport yourself to Douglas House in Owerri when the government house is right behind your doorstep. So you see those innovations, and those it comes with experience. And it's not about saying it. This is about somebody who has the capacity to do it, to deliver it. It's not about saying it. So if you say you're a government in power and people are dying every day, Imo is not in war. Imo is not at war with anybody. But you look at the amount of people dying every day. and you say, what is going on? What's going on? Can the government have a check on this? You understand? So when you look at other facets of the government and look at infrastructure, my brother has talked about the judiciary. He made mention of the economic aspect. So that security is like an onion ball. When you peel one layer, you get your job security. When you peel another one, you get your housing security. When you peel another one, you get your waterborne security, so that we can be able to squeeze our tap and be able to have a clean water to have and to drink. And they are reducing the health sickness in the indices of FMC and other health facilities. So when you look at the totality of the manifesto of the PDP and the candidate we have, you can be able to appreciate that this is somebody who can be able to deliver on these promises. And I pledge in them, if giving us this opportunity to govern, like we have the track record in PDP. Anytime you see our government in place, the people rejoice. And I don't think this will be an exception. PDP will bring, we know we have the experience of governance, and we'll be able to do that to the best of Ndimo, and Ndimo will appreciate it.
Exactly. All right, and in case you're just joining us, it's still Morning Discourse right here on Boss Radio 98.9 FM. And you've been hearing the voices of Chief Chuks Ajelu JP and Barrister Jerry G.N. Ebuozo, who have been dissecting the topic Imo Guber and need for candidates with capacity. That's actually what we are looking at this morning. And we are saying you can be part of this discourse from wherever you are. You can join us via Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube, all at Boss Radio 98.9 FM for you to be part of this program this morning. You can also drop your comments there at our social media handles, or you call us via the phone lines 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989. I'll take that again, 090-922-29922 or 091-226-77989 to be part of this discourse this morning. And of course, one of I wanted to bring you to what one of the people that have actually dropped message wrote, but maybe after this call. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is This morning I'm calling from the West local government.
All right, go on.
Yeah, on the issue concerning the state affairs and the parties affairs and the what have you. To me, in the history of Nigeria, let me say it clear here. I'm not saying because heaven will fall. APC as a party has never been a party of the people. You know that the past president of the PDP from 1999 to date, before APC took over. But since the inception of APC, Nigeria has died, naturally dead. Okay. Now in Imo State, we have the opposition, which happens to be the PDP, and we have the current ruling party, which happens to be the APC.
Okay.
The Imolites in particular, we are tired of APC government. I'm not saying because I'm not a partisan. I don't belong to PDP. I don't belong to APC. But as a concerned citizen of this Imo State, I presume that we have to.
Hello, I think network is.
APC. So that's my take this morning. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you very much for your take. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Morning, yes. This is Boss Radio.
Yes, go ahead. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm a Machiogala. I'm actually calling from Onitsha Road.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I've watched you do your work there, and those of them that are there. I want to thank you and greet you this morning.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, let me commend the former governor, actually, who flew in some days back, went to be fair, and I think I met him in one of the weddings that there was organized at Uzi, yes. And they also went to somebody's celebration of a birthday. That's a very good thing because you don't just need to believe in party. You can as well go to other parties to showcase yourself and show solidarity to some of our brothers. That's having been said that I want to actually talk about the issue of the candidacy of our brother somebody. Yes, it's quite unfortunate, just like others have been saying. I don't support any political party, but it's quite unfortunate that we have parties like APC, PDP, and now Labour Party. Then in Imo State, we don't actually bring out technocrats like Anambra State, as you can see. If you start counting from the beginning of Anambra, you see the technocrats are being brought in to govern the Anambra State. And you see that Anambra has taken over, have overtaken Imo State. When you look at the qualities of the people that have been brought in these three parties, you begin to ask yourself, what are their pedigrees? You don't talk about Samdadi Anyanwu. You ask yourself, he was there, he was this one, he was this one. What has he done even in Ikeduru? Even the road we applied, that road, has he not been there all these years? What has he done? You know what to suffer because I do apply that road.
I hope
you know what to suffer at Ekemele.
Okay.
I'm coming. Yes, I know. We see what to suffer at Ekemele. And he has been there all this while. What has he done? What is assistance? That's the problem we have. These three people now, when you count, even the current governor, you look at their pedigree. Don't we have technocrats in Imo State as to bring them so support them? When you look at the cabinet, you will ask yourself, what is happening? It's not very, very unfortunate. You know, so I want us to, if possible, if actually they want to make Imo State to be the best, they should try and all the parties should get us a technocrat. Some people who actually know what they are to do. What we have in Imo State is cycling, all politicians, which is very, very unfair. So I want the man there, let him outline to us what the man has done, as for us, Imo people to support him. That's my take. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you very much. 09092229922 or 09122677989. Perhaps, Chief Chooks, you may have to take on that. But I also know that as a legislator, your responsibility is not to construct roads or fix roads. That's actually the work of the executive. But, Chief Chooks Ajelu, you may take.
No, I thank my brother for his observation. And politics is not what you stay in your bedroom and you want somebody to pick you up. You must come out to be able to now offer yourself for service. Anambra that he's referring to, these guys came out. Soludo was in PDP, left PDP, went to Abga in pursuit of his conviction and the vision that he has to deliver. He left Abga, went to PDP, came out from PDP, went back to Abga, and today is the governor. So you can't see, even if you're a technocrat or you have all the knowledge in the world, you don't sit in your bedroom or in your kitchen and say, okay, reels out what I have for my people. And then all of a sudden you see yourself at the government house. You must come out, buy the form, enter the political tsunami, do the politics, emerge as a candidate, and be able to now put yourself before your people, for your people to elect you. So what we are discussing today is based on what we have, not what somebody perceived to have. If you're a technocrat and you're sitting in your kitchen, that is not helping. So what we have, the candidates we have are the candidates that we are analyzing today to be able to tell you what the capacity of these individuals or these teams that are about to play this match on the 11th of November. So he's a session. I take it on board, but parties are there for people to engage and be able to play the politics. And if you're a technocrat, wherever you're sitting, it's time for you to now get up your backside, be a member of one political party, and be able to put yourself up for service to deliver what you think or what your vision is for the better of your people. So sitting down will not help us. So it's all hands on deck. That is my response to what he has said. But what we are looking at is the cards that we are dealt with. Okay. Which one are the ones that will be able to deliver to Ndimo at this point in time the dividends of democracy?
Yeah.
All right, and Barrister Jerry.
Yeah, in addendum to what my brother has said, I don't know what my brother, what you understand by the word technocrat. His own definition of technocrat, if he's looking for one, he has seen one in the person of Santa Dianyang. For instance, he specifically mentioned about Ekemele Road. When Sam was, at the State House of Assembly, listen to this. He made the motion urging the state government.
All right, let's let this caller in so you continue and maybe tackle the two. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, thank you, my people in the studio. My name is Mazi.
Good morning.
Onoka. I'm calling you from Umukuma in Oregon.
Good morning, Mazi.
Thank you. Yes, the two speakers, in fact, the last speaker before this one, we have said it all. You see, it's not because somebody was once a local government chairman, and you know how all the whole governors operate as local government chairman and their bosses, because all the whole allocation is being given to the state. So they control the local government chairman, even though they have been elected. Now, he went there as a senator, he has no power to consult any rule, but you can have a bill, you can write a bill, you can make a deal, trying to put that particular road or other particular project in a particular state as its own constituency under our zone. But as executive we have in federal, and the condition we are living in Nigeria, as from the Igbo extraction, there's no good thing that now we have a governor that tried to manage to build Okile Road, and we know how it happened and how he came in as a governor, and we know the agreement with the President Buhari and the judiciary and what have you that brought him into power as a governor in Imo State. Now, we want to talk about transparency here. They're not talking about the emergence as from the Supreme Court declaring somebody from fourth to become a first. You know how it happens. We want a transparent election to occur in Imo State. When we talk about transparency here, I believe that Samuel Anyanwu is more qualified, because from past accidents you can see being a national secretary to the state federation in the party, not only state, in federal. He's a national secretary, and the position he's holding. So he has tested all, being secretary, being senator, but now he cannot become a governor to have the executive power to construct. He's a real technocrat, even to compare the sitting president that is a governor in the state. And we want to stop this killing in Olo. Thing is happening in his own particular zone. Go to Olu today is Monday now. It is like moving, but Olu is standstill. We don't want us to repeat itself again in our state. We want the three zones to be operating effectively. So that's my take this morning. People should have it.
All right. Thank you very much for your take. Barrister Jerry, please go.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was saying something that Senator, when he was with the House Assembly here, he has a motion urging the state government to do a remedial work at the bad portion of Oworo-Kigwe Road at Akabo Kedru, where we call it Kemele. That motion led to an inspection visit by the entire House to the site, and immediate commencement of remedial work commenced as a House Assembly member. Like my brother said earlier, the issue of road construction is mainly meant for the executive. And that's why we're saying if Senator Anyanwu can do such things, such motion when it was at the House Assembly for the road to be repaired or a kind of remedial maintenance, that goes a long way to show that if he becomes the executive governor of the state, the issue of road construction in the state will become a thing of the past. Beyond, you go to the hinterlands and open up roads. Because when you open up roads, you see our mothers in the village who are into farming can bring their goods to the town and sell and make money for themselves. Senator, I don't understand these things very. Why I mention all these things that the records are there to show. If he was able to do all these things when he was a House member, how much more when he becomes the governor of the state? And that's why I've said repeatedly, he understands clearly what it takes to govern. It's not pretense. He has gathered so much experience to take Imo to that enviable height we're looking for. And like my dear caller said, what do you mean? What do you understand by being a technocrat? My brother, it is a known fact that Senator Anyanwu is a graduate from Uniport, where he studied, political science or what. He has a lot of degrees from Harvard University. He has gathered so many experiences. There's a common saying that says, experience is the best teacher. So if he has these experiences in his kitty, in other words, he is the best to govern the state. And to bring that circle is much needed in the state. We are talking about security, what he did when he was the local government chairman, the best chairman then in security affairs, recognized by the state commissioner and the Ajo police. Give it to him. In terms of infrastructure, we are saying that then as a local government chairman, the only local government chairman that constructed a road in the Kedru. Look at the bills he did in the State House Assembly. These things are overemphasized. They are there to show. They are there to read. People can go to the House Assembly to ask for what he did when he was a House member. My dear brothers, my dear brother, Imolas are aware. And that's why the other candidates are jittering that Senator Anyanwu is contesting. Because they know, for now, he is the best. They're looking for a technocrat. Yes, a technocrat.
Okay, I think we should be making plans to round off the program. And I want to ask, Chief Achooks, I don't know if you have something to add.
One of the things that I want political strategists and scientists and students of politics is to be able to look at somebody's appointment. When you carry out something, people have to now draw the analysis from what you do. That gives them an insight of what you're thinking and how you want to govern. The first responsibility of any top of the ticket of any office that you seek is your decision on who becomes your deputy.
Okay.
And once you get it right, the people now see your thought process. In distinguished Senator Samuel Anyanwu, picking Right Honorable Jones Onyeyiri, PhD, is the joker. And once that, if you see the immediate pick and the consultations that are bound therein, and the stability the campaign gets from that decision, it beggars belief. But the government in power, the distinguished Hope Uzodinma, was dilly-dallying. He was promising individuals, you're going to be my D-Gov. He was doing that. He couldn't even stay on.
Let's bring in this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, thank you to all the men at the studio.
Thank you
very much.
Yeah, please.
Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm Guber Kolu. I'm calling from Weather Road.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually want to align myself with I think about the second or third caller who actually talked about technocrats. And I think I had the men at the studio trying to define what the technocrats are. But to my own mind and the way I actually define it, like that young man made mention of, just use the Anambra example. So I want to actually allow it by saying or trying to give my own interpretation about technocrats. Technocrats to me are those men whom their background is well known in terms of business and the world. Not somebody that all you know about him is politics for this. Let's get to Anambra. You look at Ngige, he was a doctor. You know, he managed hospitals. You talk about hospital abuse and industrialist. He talked about Obian, who left the other day. He's a banker. And this one now is a professor. So these are the ways we look at the people when we talk about technocrats. And when you see what's happening in Anambra, you see that those kind of things should be emulated in Imo State. And we don't have them. Like he made mention, the three candidates that come out in the biggest parties, what are their pedigrees in terms of the source of their wealth? Are we not in Imo State? We should look at these things and know actually what they're supposed to do. And I think until Imo State comes out, just like the people that just said that someone cannot be at his home and then, try to, if our people, those technocrats, or just that they feel that they will not be given an opportunity. Unless we do that, let technocrats come out and we will go to Abia State. You see what will happen in Abia State. And these are what Abia State has been suffering all these years. Today they have somebody who actually is a technocrat. So when are we going to have this kind of people? I'm not coming to studio to defend this and defend that. And that young man asked a question. As someone who has been in local government, House of Assembly, Senator, and all whatnot, what let them outline what he has done, even in Ikedu, even in Imo, and even in Imo State in general. He said he cannot build the roads. Yes, I should be. But they can attract roads. What has he done? So these are the things we look at when we talk about pedigrees. These are the things. I'm not trying to, because those people that are there, they are actually saying for their own benefit. That's why they are saying that. But at the end of the day, either they will be made commissioners or whatnot. You get the point? So, what are the pedigrees of these people that come out? So let me. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can as well cut me off. I'm done with what I want to say. Thank you.
Listen, I want to refer to
maybe I will allow you to.
Yeah, this word technocrat can be defined or referred to someone exercising governmental authority because of their knowledge, a member of a powerful technical elite, or someone who advocates the supremacy of technical experts. And if you're looking for a technocrat, somebody is a technocrat. The last one I just mentioned, that these people who want to contest, what are their pedigree? My dear brother, go there and verify. Now go to MCC Road, you will see Samdadi Farms. Before Senator Samuel Anyanwu became the government chairman, he has been into farming for a very long time. Since early 80s, when people don't know about poultry, for now he has more than 30,000 birds in his farm. He has been a farmer for a very long time. He didn't start with politics. And that has been his business for a very long time. He has been a farmer. He went to school. He went to university. He went to secondary school. These are things that he can verify. He has done exceedingly well in politics. What then, again, are you looking for? Who is a technocrat? If you are looking for one, we have gotten one in the person of Senator Samuel Anyanwu.
You see, Eustace, the word technocrat, yes, you can interpret it from
different forms.
Any corner you are at. So we that went to school and had a degree in management, technology, chemical engineering, law, social sciences, everybody is a technocrat in your field. And if you be able to put that side by side with the last former president of this country, who bragged himself of having 150 cows, then when you put him as a technocrat in the field of rearing cows. So, but at the end of the day, we are in serious business, and serious business of governance needs some part of experience. I said it before that you can't sit down in your house or your kitchen and expect somebody to lift you up and say, because you're coming from Harvard or you're coming from United Nations, come and be our governor. You understand? Soludo was practicing politics. He knows he came from the banking sector, and he said he has a vision. He made an application to join a political party, be a member of a political party, and offer yourself to a primaries and a match, and then contest an election. Exactly. So whatever you are and you think you want to contribute to the dividend of this country, come up for service. It's about service. And if those who are doing that in the number of years and gathered experience along, like my brother said, experience is the best teacher, yes, and who has offered themselves, got the party ticket to represent the party in an election coming, then we're looking at the profile of these individuals and see whether they can be able to deliver.
Okay, let's take this last call, and hopefully you give us insight into the biography of your principal, Senator Samuel Nemeka Anyanwu. Okay, I think we lost that call because I'm aware that he actually is a graduate of the University of Port Harcourt, and he also bagged a master's degree in political administration, among other degrees, will I say, educational qualifications he got, probably from abroad, University of Cambridge and Harvard. So now, what do you have to say? Because we have seen he has the educational qualification and, of course, the experience. And, of course, Barrister Jerry here has also mentioned the fact that he is also a farmer. And so what exactly has he been able to do in terms of the business world, in terms of other means of livelihood, and, of course, positions he has held outside politics?
Outside politics, I think he has held his own in the business world.
Okay.
He has cut his teeth. He's a successful businessman. Together with his deputy governorship candidate, Jones is too a businessman. So politics is not the be-all and end-all for distinguished Senator Samuel Anyanwu.
Exactly.
So
I know that even the presidential candidate of the Labour Party is also a trader.
So Peter B is a trader. And then you see the issue is, what do you have to fall back apart from this tug and push about politics? And you can give it to him that he's a stable man, he's married, he has a family who at his home place. Everybody enjoyed themselves yesterday. So you see somebody who is in tune with the people and who has distinguished himself, apart from being a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic. And when you start mingling with people and look at the appointments they make, or people they want to work with, and you see the thought process in the quiet moments of their bedroom or wherever they are, and be able to now select, like I was saying before I was cut off one of the callers, the position of a deputy, either you're running for a president, your vice presidential pick, your deputy governorship pick, is critical in the eyes of the people that you want them to vote for you.
Exactly.
And the choice in Right Honorable Jones Onyeyiri, PhD, is one of the master strokes that gave the shocker to Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, that he had to start dilly-dallying and start chopping and changing. It shows an instability in him. If you think your deputy governor, who has been loyal to you for 4 years, and you threw him by the wayside, it doesn't show that acceptability and stability in you as an individual, not in you as a leader, because you're there to show your troops the vision and say, let us go to war because I have a loyal platoon leaders that will say. So the peak in their deputies will give you an insight in their thought process. So once you look at these leading parties and see the peak they made, and just oppose it on the peak of Samuel Anyanwu, you can see that he is there, he has the experience, and that will be able to complement the ticket in giving us that victory that we so desire come 11th of November, or will I say on the early hours of 12th November.
Okay. And you, Barrister Jerry, maybe as your final
quickly to add to
contribution.
that, it is obvious that most distinguished senator is from a family that are rooted into politics. His father, late Sebastian Anyanwu, was a former government chairman in Ikedru, when you have Bitola and Ikedru together, and the mother, a woman leader in the state and the local government. So coming into politics is not by accident. He is from the family that understand politics. And he started early enough when he was the secretary of IYO in the state at his earlier age in life. But beyond that, he has been into farming before he entered into politics. Like I said earlier, if you go to MCC Road, you will see some daddy farms. That signpost has been there for more than 30 years. That farm is there, and it's still growing from strength to strength. But as of today, he has more than 50,000 birds. He's the one I know. He's into many things, into real estate and what have you. Politics is not actually his. He's a businessman. And beyond that, he keep on striving hard, academically. Like he was I'm high school, University of Port Harcourt. From there, he has his master's degree. He has gone to Cambridge. He has gone to Harvard. Look at a man who is ready. Like my brother has said time and time again, the choice of his deputy governor in the person of Right Honorable Johnson Nyerere, PhD. He's not a deputy governor be going for barriers. No. He's a deputy governor and be working in line with his governor.
Okay.
A deputy governor has to understand what governance is equally all about. He's not a deputy governor you send to attend naming ceremony, August meeting, and barriers.
Okay.
Have you seen Johnson Nyerere?
Of course.
Have you seen him speak? Have you seen the pedigree in him? He's a man that many people envy. Whenever he speaks, you will know that a man is speaking.
Okay.
And that, people talking about technocrat, and that's why Netanyahu is a technocrat. Amongst many, he chose the person of Johnson Nyerere. And let me give you this. I don't want to mention them. We at the airport the other day when the National Worker Committee came to Imo State. One of them said, Sam, you made one of the best choice by picking Johnson Nyerere as a deputy. I might be able to mention them. But I don't want to say that here.
I was there when he made
Yes.
All right.
And that was a former chairman of PDP. Second news.
Okay.
He said, you made one of the best choice by picking Dr. Johnson Nyerere as a deputy. Congratulations. If someone like Secondus can say that, now who do you call a technocrat? Netanyahu is a technocrat by our standard.
All right, thank you. And of course, I take that as your final words. And of course, to you, Chief Chooks, your final words.
Thank you, Eustace. Mine is to call on all lovers of the People's Democratic Party to rally around our Guber candidates and our deputy governorship candidates as we step into our meetings with the people of Ndimo. I think we'll pray that God will give us the strength, will give us the protection and the blessings, and for us to communicate to Ndimo on what this administration coming on board will be able to guarantee to them. So I pray, my brothers and sisters who are yet thinking on this, whether we will support, we will not support. You have no other political party than the PDP. So let us shave the shenanigans of yesterday and embrace the realities of today. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for those final words, and thank you, gentlemen, for coming today on the program. And of course, to our wonderful listeners, I appreciate all of you for your calls and contributions. Morning Discourse returns same time, same station next week. My name is Eustace Okere, wishing you a fruitful week ahead.